In this section, you are going to learn how to prefetch the data using Route Resolver. I'm going to talk about what is Route Resolver, why do we need Route Resolver, and how to prefetch data using Route Resolver. I will also talk about how to handle errors in Route Resolver and how can you read the data from the Route Resolver. So the agenda of this video is to introduce with you the Route Resolver. Let's talk about what is Route Resolver and how to implement it. Route Resolver allows us to fetch the data before the route is activated. What do I mean by that? And how can I use in our application? Let's say we have a post detail component. The app waited until the route was activated to fetch the respective post. Let's say in our real world scenario, let's say post detail can take too much time. So we have to wait or we have to see the empty page. That's not a best practice. So we can use Route Resolver here. Let me show you. Let's say if I would like to view the details of this post, it is working fine. But what if it will take 2 seconds or 3 seconds? We have to see the empty page. I don't want to do that. I want to show you the demo. I have opened the post service. I can put some delay. I can use RxJS operators. Let's say I'm going to add delay for 3 seconds. Now I would like to view the details of this event loop. You can see that it took 3 seconds, but I saw the empty page. I don't want to do that. This is not the best practice. That's why we need Route Resolver. I'm going to do it again. Let's say I would like to view the details of the MySQL transaction post. You can see that I have to wait for 3 seconds. So we can fix this problem with the help of Route Resolver. That's why we need to prefetch the data from the server so it's ready the moment the route is activated. With the help of Route Resolver, we can also handle the error gracefully. If there is no data inside the post, I don't want to display the post detail. We have to let user to navigate to the post list component. There is a simple way to create the Route Resolver. Route Resolver, it's like a service. We have to create the post resolver service and we have to implement the resolve interface. I have mentioned the post type. We must need to override the resolve method. You can see that. Resolve method will take 2 arguments, route and the state. I can get the ID from the param map. You can see we have a get function and we need to provide name of the router variable, which is ID. And then I used post service to get the single post. So how do you add the Route Resolver to router configuration? There is a resolve property inside the router configuration object. And I have created the resolve data and we have provided the post resolver. Now I can access this resolve data inside the post detail component. Let me show you how can we get it. We have activated route service. We can get it from the snapshot data. You can see that I have provided the resolve data property because we have mentioned that here, resolve data. Now it's time to implement the post resolver. First of all, we need to generate a new service. I have generated the post resolver and I did not want to generate the test. That is why I used this flag. I'm going to open this post resolver service. Post resolver, if you want to update the name, you can do that. I'm going to use the post resolver. I'm also going to update the name here. Let me rename it to postresolver.ts. Cool. I like this name. And then we need to implement the resolve interface. I have to use this type, which is post. We have created the class. Now I must need to override the resolve method. The resolve method will take the route, and we have activated route, and we need to use the state. I can fetch it here. Let's say resolve interface. We have activated route snapshot and the state. Activated route snapshot, and we need to have state, router state snapshot, and it will return the observable with post. Awesome. So first of all, I have to get the ID. I can get ID from the route dot parammap dot get ID. I'm gonna use the plus sign to convert. Let me do it here. We also need to inject the post service because I would like to call the get post method, and it will return the observable. So I'm gonna call this method get post, and I have to provide the ID. If you want to convert the ID into number, you can write the plus sign here, but I have specified that ID could be string or ID could be number. So I'm gonna add the plus sign. Let's say it will convert into the number. So we have created this post resolver. Now it's time to configure that. I'm gonna open the post routing. We have a resolve property, and we have to provide the new property name, resolve data. You can choose any property name here. I have to specify my post resolver. Now I can access this resolve data inside the post detail component. So I'm gonna do it here, get rid of this stuff. So what I'm gonna do, this dot post. This time I can get the data from this data property, resolve data. I'm gonna delete this one. Let's try to test it. I have to run the application. My application is running. I would like to view the details. Oops, it's not working. I think it's a snapshot. Snapshot dot data. Resolve data. Cool. Let's try it. I would like to view these details of this post. Now you can see that it took 3 seconds, but it did not display the empty page. This is the best way to handle the data. But when I click on this view more, you can display the loading indicator here. I will implement the loading indicator in the next modules. I'm gonna go to this view more. Now you can see that I do not need to see this empty page. First of all, it will fetch the router data, which is post. Then it will navigate to this URL. Then it will display this data. Let me talk about what we have done. We have created the post resolver. It is nothing more a service. We have implemented the resolve interface. We have resolve method. You can get the ID from the route param map. And I have returned the observable. This plus means I have converted the string into number. We have implemented the resolver here, resolve property, and I can get this resolve data inside the post detail. I can get from the snapshot.data property. We have resolved data. In the previous video, I did not talk about the one thing. Let me open the post list. Post list component.html. Yeah, this is the way you will add the variables. You can see the post.id. If you have to add the string, you have to use this single quotation. If you have to add variables, you have to add in this way. It's an array. You can add multiples here. Let's say